What's going on, everybody? My name is William Grazione, the owner of metabolicevolution.com, and in today's video we're talking about intermittent fasting. More specifically, is intermittent fasting optimal if you want to build and develop new muscular tissue? So I don't care if you're a guy and you want to get big jacked upper body, or if you want to focus on growing your legs. If you're a female and you want to have nice shapely shoulders and arms and nice round glutes, this video is specifically for you to help you optimize your ability to add lean muscular tissue to your body. So we are talking about bodybuilding specifically, all right? Now I will say before we get into the actual nuts and bolts of this video that I like intermittent fasting. I personally have clients who practice intermittent fasting, but is intermittent fasting the best if you want to build new tissue? That's what we're here to talk about. So first and foremost, we go into intermittent fasting. What specifically is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is an eating system that allows you the opportunity to eat for roughly 8 hours a day and fast for 16. Now, do keep in mind that this concept of intermittent fasting is highly variable. So there are some people who they would rather do an 18-6. Some people want to do a 24. Some people want to do 22-2. So I don't even care if you want to eat, one meal a day and it takes you a half an hour to do it. You can create your own, whatever intermittent fasting is for you, you can create your own method of intermittent fasting, okay? So, is intermittent fasting beneficial? Are there health benefits that come along with fasting? Absolutely, yes there are. However, we're not going to talk about those in this video. This is specifically for trying to build muscle. So, with intermittent fasting being covered, what do we know about muscle protein synthesis, okay? More specifically, what do we know about what science tells us, or what does the data say? So with regards to muscle protein synthesis, we have research that shows that 4 to 5 hours is a possibility of being anabolic after a feeding of 40 grams protein. So we are talking high quality protein here. We're talking most likely animal-based proteins. We're not talking about vegan sources. So when you eat a 40 gram of protein meal, you can essentially be anabolic or have the ability to recover damaged muscular tissues for roughly 4 to 5 hours, okay? Now that process is essentially very simple. You're ingesting this protein, your digestive enzymes are breaking down that protein is therefore being converted into branched chain amino acids, which are then going through your bloodstream and basically helping you repair all of the damaged tissues and structures that you have in your body. So what do we know about this? So people look at that 40 grams and they're like, man, I thought it used to be 20. Well, here's the thing, is that the research that came out in regards to the 20 grams, I think they only did one exercise. So I think they did like a leg extension. So all they did was activate their quads. Now in the research where they did 40 grams, or they conducted that 40 grams was more optimal than 20, they did a full body workout. So they're working out every single muscle. So it makes perfect sense that your body would be much more receptive of the nutrients that it's taking on because you have caused damage to your entire body, all right? So this is what we know in regards to the data to be accurate if you want to optimize your ability to build muscle. Now, if we're talking about muscle protein synthesis essentially being like thermostats, okay? We are basically optimizing MPS. When we're eating according to science, we are optimizing, we are cranking that sucker all the way up. It's hot as hell in our body, okay? We're utilizing those branched chain amino acids to repair the tissue, all right? We're doing this anywhere between 3 and 5 times a day. Now, I think 4 is probably the sweet spot, but if you really want to go like super anal retentive, I'd probably recommend you waking up in the middle of the night and maybe drinking a protein shake. But that's if you want to go psycho and you don't want to miss out on any of your opportunity to build muscle. Over here, we'll call this the IF side, and we'll call this the science side. Over here, you're optimizing this, yes, but how many times a day? You might be doing it once, or you might be doing it twice. It just depends on your eating window, okay? So based off of this, we are stimulating an anabolic environment 3 to 5 times with regards to following a science-based procedure. With regards to intermittent fasting, you're only doing it once to twice. So which one do you think you're going to get the most bang for your buck out of? Or which one do you think is going to put you in an environment to be more anabolic? It's probably going to be according to science, okay? If you want to go ahead and create some more graphs down here, we'll call these time. Okay, and we'll call this MPS. This will be IF, this will be science, okay? Now again, this is strictly for if you want to optimize your ability to repair and create new tissue. With the intermittent fasting side, you are fasting. You are fasting for a long time, and then you are spiking muscle protein synthesis because you're eating a large meal that likely contains probably way more protein than 40 grams. And then that's probably going to ride out for a little bit, and it's going to trickle down, and then you're going to fast again. Okay, so you are again fasting for 16, and eating for 8. So you kind of have this nice solid anabolic peak right there. On this side, you're essentially waking up, you're spiking MPS with a quality protein, probably a 40-gram meal, and then that's naturally going to fall down over time. You're going to spike it again, it's going to fall down, you're going to spike it again, spike it again. Now, if you want to go psycho, you're probably going to spike it again. So we have 4 to 5 peaks or opportunities where you're spiking muscle protein synthesis and therefore have the opportunity to be more anabolic. Now, I will say this, I'll kind of go out on a limb here because the research doesn't necessarily show this, but this is kind of my own kind of anecdotal piece that I want to add in here, is that this 40-gram dose I think is relative. This 40-gram dose, I think it depends on how much muscle tissue you actually have, okay? So if you are a female and you're pretty small, let's just say your lean body mass is around 100 pounds of lean body mass. Maybe you can get away with only having maybe 30 grams. And maybe that's enough to optimize MPS. Okay, you do that 4 times a day, give you 120 grams of protein over the course of 24 hours. You're in a great position to optimize MPS, okay? However, if you are a large male, let's say a big, like, jack dude, and maybe you have, let's just say as a ballpark idea, you have between 150 to 200 pounds of lean body mass. So that is a lot of lean body mass. But I would say that 50, probably all the way up to 60 grams of protein, okay, maybe 4 times a day, would probably be enough to fully optimize your ability to build muscle. Now again, if we're talking, 50 grams 4 times a day, we're talking 200 grams of protein up to 240 grams of protein, all right? Now again, like, this is relative depending on how much muscle mass they carry. But I would say that if you could get in, this 200 to 240 grams of protein, per day over the course of 24 hours, you're probably in a really good position to optimize your ability to build muscle. And again, if you're one of these bodybuilders who wants to go all in, just like I used to be, if you want to go all in, you don't want to leave any stone unturned, I'd probably say wake up in the middle of the night and drink a shake so that therefore you can spike that thing one more time when you're sleeping, all right? All right, so if you guys found that video helpful, please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Again, my name is William Grazione. You can find me on Instagram at William_Grazione. Really appreciate you guys. God bless you, and I'll talk to you later.